Hi, I'm Matthew from Advisor Tech Partners. I've worked with over 50 different advisory firms that utilize both Redtail and Wealthbox CRM systems. At Advisor Tech Partners, we help financial advisory firms implement the industry's best practice management, workflows, and automations to their firm. We believe that this information should be available to everyone and not hidden behind a paywall. So if you enjoy this content, please feel free to subscribe below and also give us a like and share our content with your fellow people in the industry. Is your firm utilizing note templates? If not, today we're going to show you a couple of reasons why you should be thinking about implementing note templates into your Redtail CRM, how to do so, and then finally how you can actually run reports on it so that you can show some good data out of your CRM if you wanted to start tracking your advisors. In our example today, we have Jane Schmo, who is a prospect in our prospecting pipeline who had just finished up an introductory call, and we're actually wrapping up her discovery meeting from this past week. And we want to show you here what that note template is going to look like, and more specifically, what it's going to look like for your prospecting pipeline. So most advisors out there have a form of an introductory call, a discovery meeting, implementation meeting, and maybe some final closing meeting. So today we're going to be focusing on those three meeting note templates, and I'll show you right now where we can actually access those and what it looks like on a client profile in Redtail. So if you're on the client's profile, you'll want to go ahead and click on the latest notes tab here on the top, and then from the right hand side you'll click that blue button, add note. And then you'll see we'll have a drop-down selection here of some preloaded note templates that our firm has already created. Again, going on to the introductory meeting, discovery meeting, and the plan presentation. So again, in our example, we just wrapped up that discovery meeting. So we're going to go ahead here and start filling out all of that good information that we just gathered from our prospect, Jane Schmo. And just to give you an idea of what it looks like, you can have it very generalized, you can have it more specific. But the main purpose and why we think that you should start utilizing these note templates in your CRM is to really start tracking advisor performance. Now, you may trust your advisors at your firm, but we're looking to really help firms out there that are looking to grow and expand their offering, and maybe you just experienced a huge growth boom in your firm. This is a great example of how to keep those checks and balances in place as your firm starts to develop. So we'll scroll down here and I'll show you here on the note template we have very general information like the personal information. Maybe you're getting really deep into this discovery meeting and uncovering the current financial situations that are going on, like their income, employment, current assets and liabilities. Then we can move on to some financial goals that we want to set and maybe had been discussed during this discovery meeting. Next, you'll want to get a highlight of any current financial advisors or current financial plans that they have in place, along with some existing insurance coverages and estate planners or tax planners that they already work with. Next, we have our investment preferences and risk tolerance. So if you haven't discovered this already in the introductory meeting, now would be a great time to start identifying those and keeping a note of that in your CRM. And our last two main areas here that we have are the major concerns and pain points, as these may be longer discussions and really just open-ended questions to ask those prospects. And then lastly, any next steps and additional notes that you need to be adding here. And again, this is serving as a template, a way for you to start really getting some more insight on how well your advisors are doing. Maybe you're finding that not a lot of advisors are asking this last question, and maybe that's very important to the offering that your firm provides to your community. This would be a great way to start tracking and looking into what am I actually and what are my advisors at my firm actually extracting from these discovery meetings, introductory meetings, or implementation meetings. So we'll see here that these are already categorized. And then lastly, we'll go ahead and save that note here. And you'll see that this has already been added here. It is categorized. So now let me show you how to actually add that note template into your CRM. So on the top, you'll want to go ahead and click on your name here for the drop down menu, then go to manage your account. From that manage your account area, we'll go ahead and scroll down under manage templates, and we'll click on note templates. Now here we have them built out, so we're going to be using the discovery meeting as our guide here. So go ahead and click on discovery meeting, and we see that we have a couple of key pieces of information that we want to put in when creating these note templates for our prospecting meetings, but this can go beyond the prospecting meetings and go to your annual review meetings or maybe check-in calls that you want to conduct with your clients. So in our example, we have a clean naming convention. This is clearly identified as a prospecting and which prospecting meeting note this is for. We put in all that good information in the body. Again, your firm can customize this and take this as a template. And then lastly, we have the categories. So if you haven't already looked at the event categories, now would be a great time to reference that YouTube video that we had already shot explaining what are the benefits and why your firm should start utilizing those event categories. So now we'll go ahead and click on the update note templates at the bottom here. So now we have this, and you should be able to manage and really just see any of these note templates that you create and utilize that as call it an information gathering form in your CRM. Now again, the main reason why is you want to be able to have great clean data out of your CRM. And now we're going to move on to the last section here, showing you how you can actually start running those notes reports. Let's say you just hired a new advisor and you're wanting to see how are they doing in those discovery meetings. They'd mentioned to me in passing that they were struggling and maybe not identifying all the good information that they need to get. Let's show you how to run that report. So to manage those notes reports, what we're going to go ahead and do is on the left-hand side, click on the reports button. And from here, we're going to scroll down until we see our notes report. Now we see that this is notes by contact. That's our only option here. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And next, what we're going to want to do on the top right is click on filter. Now here we have a saved filter, so I'm going to show you what that looks like on a quarterly basis. So if we want to track progress for our advisors and how they're doing for those meetings on a quarterly basis, I'll show you what that filter actually looks like. So here I've identified that the date range is for this quarter. Note body, you're going to leave that blank as it would filter out any information that is in the notes. And let's say, for example, you're looking for anything that says compliance or any note that says information regarding risk. Here you could put risk and run that report, and it would show you all the relevant notes in your CRM. But for our example, we're going to be sticking with the note categories here. So this is where we are going to select the note categories for our firm. So in our example, I actually want to see all of the notes that are run for our prospecting meeting at our firm. So we have our introductory meeting, discovery meeting, and then our planned presentation. Lastly here, the note types, you'll go ahead and just select notes, and that's it. Go ahead and save and apply that filter, give it a good name so that your firm can organize it, and then you'll see here that we can now start identifying the category of the notes, who it was added by. So if we're hearing and really experiencing from our advisors, hey, I'm not sure how to do the intro meeting. I'm not sure if I'm doing a great job during our discovery meetings. This is a great way to start really reviewing, hey, what key pieces of information are my advisors actually getting, and how can I help and support them by maybe updating these note templates and giving them a little bit more guidance. If you want to see a little bit more in depth here, Redtail doesn't have the best UI for this, so what you can go ahead and do is on the top right, next to that filter button, go ahead and click export, and we can export a Excel file, and you can more clearly start to really reorganize that data if you only wanted to see notes added by, let's say, Matthew or your advisor at your firm. So just to recap here, we went over how to add those custom notes into your CRM, where you can really start building out those note templates, and just a general guideline as to what that note template would look like here. So example, We have the basic information at a very high level, and you don't have to fill it all in, but it's just a good guideline as to a reminder as what important information you should be gathering out of your prospecting meetings. And then lastly, we showed you how to actually run those notes reports. Again, if you have advisors maybe struggling or you want to start tracking some performance, this is a great way to start doing that for the advisors at your firm and really giving them a baseline as to what information I should be gathering during these meetings. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you found this video helpful and you want to check out our other videos, we actually just posted a Redtail Mastering Activity Categories video. Please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a like, and then also to stay up to date with all of our content. And if you're interested in what we can do for your financial advisory firm, feel free to schedule an introductory call soon with us.